Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be looking at the Samsung M70B 4K monitor. What I have here is the 32-inch. They also do have them in the 43-inch as well. Now I've had this monitor for the last few months and I wanted to talk about my experience using it and also do a review in the 2024. So let's start with what comes inside the box. You will be getting, of course, the monitor. It also comes with the remote because this is a smart monitor. I'll talk more about the remote later. And then it also comes, of course, with the power plug, HDMI cable, and the USB-C to USB-C cable. Now, when it comes to the monitor itself, as I mentioned, 32 inches. Behind the monitor, we have two HDMIs, USB-C, and three USB Type-A's. Now, when it comes to the connection, what I ended up doing is, as you guys can see right there, I have my Mac Mini. So that one is connected USB-C to USB-C, and here is how the quality looks. I also have my Xbox right there. That one is connected with the HDMI, and then I have my PS5. That one is connected with the HDMI as well. So this one monitor can have three devices connected, which is pretty amazing. Another thing that I do love about it, it does have built-in speakers. The speaker quality is amazing and definitely on par with some of the TVs I ended up using. All right, so here is a little bit of the sound. Let's turn up the volume. As you notice, that was around 66%, so if I bump it up to 100, the speakers will be super impressive. Overall, day to day, I end up using speakers from 20 to 25% of their max output, and they do sound amazing. Now, when it comes to the quality, as I mentioned, I do use it with the PS5, Xbox, and this monitor does support HDR. Now, on my Mac Mini, HDR doesn't work that good. I'm not sure if it's the monitor issue or the Mac Mini issues, but the HDR on the Xbox or PS5 is quite amazing. You can notice quite a big difference when the HDR is on or off. This monitor only supports 60 Hz refresh rate, so that's something to keep in mind. For me, I'm okay with 60 Hz. PlayStation 5 and Xbox, most of the games do end up running with the 60 frames, so I really don't care that much. Before we take a look at the smart features, I wanted to go over the remote itself. Now, I ended up using this monitor for at least 6 months, and since I did get it out of the box, I actually never ended up charging this little remote. So the battery is really, really good, and of course, it is rechargeable with the USB-C. So that's pretty good. Again, I haven't charged it yet, so no idea how long it takes to charge. I know it lasts really long time. So on top, we have the power button, and here we have the assistant, Samsung Bixby, and the Amazon Alexa. Then we have direction up, down, left, and right with middle for select. We have back button, home button, play, pause. Then we have the volume button. So this will be for the live TV, which I'll show you in a little bit. This TV does support live TV. Now, it's not the live TV from the regular channels, but it does have some kind of Samsung live TV. And it actually has probably over 100 channels, which is pretty good. So it's live internet TV. Then it has 4 dedicated buttons: Netflix, Samsung TV Plus, and that's exactly what I was just talking about, Samsung TV, Prime Video, and the Disney. Now, let's take a look at that whole menu and all that. Let's press the home button. All right, now when it comes to the web service, it does support Microsoft 365. I haven't ended up using it yet, but if you do have the license, you will be able to use that. Now it's asking me to log in. As I mentioned, I haven't ended up using it yet, but if you do have it and if you are using it, you can actually end up using that 365 without having computer. Now, it also supports a few different things. Now, let's go to the game section here. It also supports, for example, Xbox Cloud Gaming. It also supports Luna, GeForce Now, and there's a few other ones I haven't heard of. There's also Samsung Gaming, where you can end up playing all of these games as well. And as I mentioned, you can end up doing Xbox Cloud Gaming. You can end up connecting Xbox controller, end up playing cloud gaming that way as well. There's so many different things you can end up doing with this monitor. Gaming is just one of many. Now, of course, when it comes to the media, you can end up getting a few different apps as well, like, for example, Netflix, Prime Video, Disney, Hulu, Apple TV, YouTube. There's few more quite a lot more. And of course, this one does have the browser as well. Now, here is those Samsung TV live channels. When I did receive it at first, I probably counted over 150, 200 channels, which is quite amazing. Now, if I didn't end up using USB-C to USB-C on the Mac Mini, I could end up connecting, for example, my iPad Air. I could end up connecting Chromebook, and I believe it works on some phones as well. Now, that depends what kind of phone you have, but you can end up connecting phone to this monitor as well. Settings, there's quite a lot of settings here. I'm not gonna go too much over them, but let's just check a little bit of those settings. So you have picture, sound, connection. You have game, of course, where you can set the response time, HDR and all that. Then you have the general, and then of course you have the sport. Now this monitor also does support multi-view. Now you can end up doing it kind of differently. You can end up having the main screen here, and then on the top right you can have another screen. So for example, let's say you want to end up playing Xbox, but at the same time you want to be watching a movie or something, you can do that. Or you can have them side to side. And here is a little bit of different options. So for example, if I want to do Xbox on one view, and then here is the other one. So the other one would have to be either cell phone, laptop, or the camera. Now, I haven't done multi-view myself. If I wanted to do something like that, I would just get a secondary monitor. But there is that option there, and it does support it, which is good. Been using this monitor for the last few months, and so far, I absolutely love it. I love all the outputs that it does have. Right now, I can have all three devices that I use on the daily basis connected to it. I don't have to mess around with the cables. I don't have to get secondary monitor or anything like that. Everything that I do need and use is connected to it. Also, it does have really good quality and really good sound as well. Also does come with the remote, which is really important, especially when you're switching through the HDMI. Sometimes they're not detecting automatically, so you do have to switch that. So for example, all I have to do is just press the home button, and then I'm gonna go connect the devices, and let's say I want to switch to the Xbox. All I have to do is just switch that, click on that, and it switches to the Xbox. So it does take, 10, 15 extra seconds, probably less than that, but that's one way of doing it. You can also do auto HDMI connect, but I didn't enjoy that as much because every once in a while it would just automatically end up turning on my PS5 or something like that. So I just decided to turn that off and just doing it manually with the remote. Overall, this is a really amazing monitor, and I would definitely recommend it. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.